Happiness, isn't it a universal desire? We all want to be happy. As a monk, I devoted my life to seeking inner peace and happiness. And along that path, I discovered some profound truths about myself and the nature of happiness. Today, I'm going to share these truths with you, hoping they'll resonate and perhaps even inspire you on your own journey. There is a quiet joy that lives within each of us, a happiness that doesn't depend on applause, special achievements, or praise. Yet most of us spend our lives searching for it outside. We scroll, we compare, we strive to have more, to be more. And still, despite all our efforts, we feel empty. Why? Because real happiness doesn't begin when the world accepts you. It begins when you accept yourself. When I first entered the monastery, I thought I had escaped the chaos of the world. But I quickly realized that the loudest noise wasn't outside. It was inside my own mind. I struggled with self-doubt. I felt unworthy. I carried regrets like heavy stones. And worst of all, I didn't like the person I saw when I looked within. My own reflection seemed like a stranger, someone I no longer recognized. One day my teacher, a wise and soft-spoken monk, handed me a cracked clay pot. "Take this to the river," he instructed, "and bring back water." I did as I was told and hurried back. But by the time I arrived, half the water had spilled through the cracks. I apologized, feeling like I had failed. The monk smiled and said, "Look behind you. Do you see the flowers growing along the path?" I turned and saw wildflowers blooming brightly. "Every day," he said, "this cracked pot waters those flowers. You see a flaw, but nature sees purpose." In that moment, I understood. True contentment doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from embracing our imperfections. Nature, in her infinite wisdom, uses the cracks in the pot to water the flowers. Similarly, our flaws and weaknesses can lead us to our strengths and virtues. It's all about perspective. The crack in the pot was not a sign of weakness, but a conduit for growth. When I first entered the monastery, I viewed my struggles as burdens, but now I see them as pathways. These moments of struggle are like the water flowing through the cracks, nourishing the flowers of my soul. You may think, "I'm not perfect, I can't be happy." But let me tell you, your imperfections are where your purpose lies. Embrace them, nurture them, and watch them blossom into the unique and beautiful person you were meant to be. Happiness comes not from being flawless, but from being authentically you. Don't shy away from your flaws. They are the essence of who you are. When I first started my spiritual journey, I clung tightly to rules, trying to mold myself into an ideal image of a monk. I was so busy looking outward for guidance that I failed to realize my own inner strength. I strived for perfection, but only managed to make myself miserable. Then I learned a profound truth from a fellow monk. He taught me that true fulfillment doesn't come from strict adherence to rules, but from a deep connection with my inner self. He shared a story with me about a young sapling in the forest. The wind would blow and the little tree would bend, swaying to the rhythm of the breeze. But as the years passed, that tree grew stronger with each gust of wind, its roots digging deeper into the earth. My friend the monk explained that life is much the same. Our challenges and mistakes are like the wind, shaping and strengthening us over time. When I realized this, something shifted within me. I stopped fighting the winds of change and started embracing them. Instead of fearing the storms, I welcomed them, knowing they would make me stronger. Now, when faced with difficulties, I ask myself, how can this challenge make me better? How can it shape me into a better version of myself? Remember, it's not about avoiding the storms. It's about dancing with them, allowing them to make you stronger. Embrace the winds of change, the unexpected turns in life. For it's in these moments that you grow and evolve into the best version of yourself. Happiness is not found in rigidity, but in the flexibility to adapt and thrive. Be like the tree, rooted deeply, yet swaying gracefully in the winds of change. That's how you'll find true fulfillment. As a monk, I dedicated my life to serving others. Yet it wasn't until I embarked on a solo retreat deep in the mountains that I fully grasped the depth of this principle. Surrounded by towering peaks and whispering pines, I was utterly alone, cut off from the sounds of the world. In that solitude, I faced myself, my thoughts, my feelings, and most importantly, my purpose. It was during those silent days that I discovered the true meaning of service. I realized that the most profound way to serve is by tending to my own inner garden. You may wonder, what does tending to my inner garden mean? It means nurturing the seeds of compassion, patience, understanding, and forgiveness within me. It's about watering the roots of my being and watching them grow into virtues that shape my character. Just as a gardener prunes and fertilizes his plants, I must tend to my inner landscape, removing weeds of negativity and replacing them with the flowers of positivity. This, I learned, is the essence of service to self. It's not selfish, it's selfless. And it's through this selflessness that I can truly serve others. Happiness comes not from grand gestures, but from the quiet dedication to personal growth. Nurture the garden within you and watch it bloom into a sanctuary of peace and joy. In the tapestry of my life, there have been threads of anger, resentment, and frustration. Like misplaced stitches, they marred the fabric of my being. However, when I delved deep into the teachings of love and compassion, I began to unravel the knots of my negativity. One particular teaching has been my guiding light in this journey. It goes like this: don't hold on to anger, for anger is fuel for the ego. Release it and watch your soul take flight. These words became my mantra. I realized that anger and resentment were like stones I was carrying, weighing me down and hindering my spiritual progress. Through consistent practice and the unwavering support of my fellow monks, I started to loosen the grip of those negative emotions. It was a gradual process, like untangling a complex knot, but with each passing day I felt lighter. I discovered that forgiveness, both towards myself and others, was the key to dissolving the darkness. When I forgave, I didn't condone the actions that caused me pain. I simply acknowledged the hurt and chose to release it. It was a conscious decision to set myself free from the shackles of negativity. This journey of self-forgiveness and compassion has been the most transformative of my life. It's led me to a place of inner peace and genuine happiness. I no longer hold on to anger. Instead, I embrace understanding and kindness. The path to happiness is paved with the bricks of forgiveness and understanding. Build your way to inner peace by laying these essential foundations. As I conclude my sharing, I want you to know that the journey to happiness is a deeply personal one. What brings joy to one may not resonate with another. The path is unique to each of us. These teachings have illuminated my path, but yours may look different. That's perfectly fine. The most important thing is to keep walking, keep moving towards the light of self-acceptance, self-love, and service to others. Happiness is not a destination. It's a way of life. It's a series of choices, big and small, that we make every day. Choose kindness, choose compassion, choose understanding, and above all, choose yourself. Trust in the beauty of your unique journey and the wisdom of your soul. You are the author of your own story. Write each chapter with intention, with love, and with the full expectation that you will find happiness, not in the distance, but right here, right now. Thank you for listening. May these words echo in your heart long after you leave this space. If they've touched your soul, please share them with someone who might need them. Together, let's spread the message of love and compassion, understanding and self-acceptance. Let's create a ripple effect of joy and happiness in this world. Until next time, may peace be with you.